more and more, I think the key to living longer and living better is strength.
Strength training.
Yeah.
It's everywhere right now, and I'm so glad people are talking about it.
Yes. And everything I read, they talk about falls, they talk about cognition even.
Mm-hmm.
When you get strength in your body, it does so much better. And I think no more important than for people with Parkinson's.
I agree.
And yet, when people go to see a therapist, a lot of it's on movement, and the strength piece isn't included.
Or it's secondary.
Yes, very secondary.
Yes.
And it really
and it should be
like the
number
most important
one
thing.
Yes.
I totally agree. So the study that we're going to use for this one is Vieira, and it was published in 2020, and it was a really good strength training program where people did it twice a week for 9 weeks. And 9 weeks for a strength training program is great. It usually takes 3 months to get the effects.
Yeah, so to see improvement in
9 weeks is amazing.
You can do this.
Yes. And so when you do these exercises, Dana's going to show you them, is that you do 10 to 12 reps. And you can do that with a band or you can do it with a weight. And what we're going for is fatigue. And I don't think people understand what fatigue looks like. They think fatigue looks like, I can't do it.
That was hard.
It doesn't. What happens is if you start, let's say I'm trying to do a bicep curl. If I start to do this, that's fatigue.
Yes.
Or if I do part way, that's fatigue. All right? Or if the last one I do, I go, that's it. That's fatigue. So you can do it with weight, you can do it with a band. I mean, if you're doing a yellow, let's say easy band, and you can do 30, you're not doing strength training.
Right.
You're really not. You need something more difficult.
Yes.
So when you hit 12 repetitions and you start to fatigue and you don't fatigue, then it's time to increase either the weight or the strength of the band.
Okay.
All right, and that's Vieira's and pretty much everybody's protocol.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
And bands can get pretty tough. Like if you buy a package of bands on on Amazon or whatever, they have ones that have really hefty resistance to them. So you can get fatigued with using a band. Weights are great too, either one, whatever your preference is, but you just need to find the right amount of resistance.
All right, so show us.
All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna start, and you can do some of these sitting down. So we're gonna start with upper body work, and I will be using a lighter band, but just for demo purposes. So I'm not fatiguing, just to be totally honest.
Yes.
But you're gonna start with a chest press. So with a band, you can put this around your back, just below shoulder level, grip the band, sit tall, and then you're gonna press out. Arms are gonna start at your side in about a 90-degree angle. Make sure you're relaxed in your shoulders, you're not shrugging up, and you wanna be tall in your posture too, so you're not slumping back. So sit as tall as you can, and you're gonna push out and back. You can also do this lying down on your back with the band behind you, or you can grab your hand weights, your dumbbells, and do it lying on your back where you're pressing your hands up towards the ceiling. So that's number one, that's your chest press. The next one you're gonna do is a row. And again, I'll give you a couple options. So with a band, you can do this sitting in a chair where you step on the band, slightly, very slightly lean forward at your hips, and you can pull back. So elbows are gonna go back behind you, long in your back, okay? So you're not arching your back. You wanna make sure that you're keeping as strong a posture in the center of your body as possible. And you're gonna row this way. Another option is standing, a little bit of a lean forward, and you're gonna pull back behind you as well in a row. Or you can take the band and put it around like a banister or something, and you can do a row this direction. So from here, elbows at your side. So 3 options for the rows. And the ones I did sitting down, you can also do, or standing, you can hold a dumbbell when you're doing that and doing the rows this way. So those are options for the rows. And then you're gonna do a knee extension. So again, with the band, hook it around one of your ankles, and with the other side, make a nice little loop. And I'm gonna turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna put your foot down on the other side to anchor it. And then from here, I'm kicking my leg out into extension. So that's knee extension for the quadricep muscle. You can do that, and a nice way to do that too is using some ankle weights or cuff weights. So you can take cuff weights and Velcro it around your ankle and do the same thing. And these are great because you can buy some cuff weights that have progressive weights to them, and you can add a 1/2 pound weight bar at a time, so you can increase the resistance that way. And then the last one we're gonna do is a standing kind of modified deadlift. So you're gonna stand up. I'm gonna take the chair.
My favorite exercise.
This is such a functional exercise. Stand on the band, and from here, you're gonna stay tall in your back, but you're gonna just bend down, trying to let your hands go across the front of your knees down towards your shins. Bend as low as you can go, and then pop back up to a full standing position. So from the side, the resistance comes in the band. You're gonna bend down, keep flat in your back. You're bending, 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 like you're picking up like suitcases off the ground beside you, and you're gonna stand back up. So down, bend in your knees, weight in the heels, stand back up. Okay, so you can do, slow on the way down, slow on the way up. You can vary the speed sometimes for a bit of challenge where you come up a little more quickly. So those are the exercises that you do for this protocol. And again, as a reminder, it was twice a week.
Twice a week?
10 to 12 reps.
Yep. And don't do it 2 consecutive days. Give yourself at least a day in between.
Perfect. All right, and in 9 weeks, you're gonna notice some changes.
Thank you.
Great, thanks.